Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Silver Surfer. In the last part we cleared Reptyl stage, but after that I made a mistake. I simply closed the emulator, and because of that I have lost all my progress. If I wanted to save my progress I would have needed to put a save state, but I'm not at all used to putting save states, and so I simply forgot it. Because of that my score is now slightly different than it was at the end of the last part. I manually have redone Reptyl stage, but not with the same amount of points as I had last time. I still do have the same amount of upgrades, however, as I had at the end of the last part. I still have just 1 bomb, 5 extra lives, and 3 balls of firepower in the lower right corner. And yes, at the end of the last part I said that Emperor stage here is probably the easiest one after Reptyl stage, and I said that we were going to do it in order to power up for Mephisto stage here, because we were not fully powered up after Reptyl stage. And so we are going to just start. Let us start with Possessor. I thought that was Emperor. That means that the green guy must be Emperor. Is this still the correct stage? Yes, this is the correct stage. And I died immediately. That's a fantastic start. Okay, never mind the upgrades thing. I mean, instead I'm just starting with 1 bar of fire again. Yeah, these skulls are insane. They're flying in a very weird pattern. Yes, if we were fully powered up after Reptyl stage, then this would have been really easy, but the main thing that we were missing was our disc friend. If we had that guy, then this would have been easy. So there's these guys on the bottom of the screen firing skulls up in the air which explode, which are getting on our nerves now. But yeah, now with the helper guy we can shoot them down, because the disc helper thing is a little bit below Silver Surfer, and in particular he is low enough to be able to hit those guys that fire those skulls up in the air, and when they explode they fire 2 bullets diagonally down to the left and down to the right. Yeah, now we're pretty much set. All of those skulls here have different flying patterns. So yeah, if you see a skull, then you don't know in advance how he's going to move. This is what I've already said in the last part. The same types of enemies have different moving patterns every time, which is a bit unique in this game, but yeah. That's a slight problem to many people, but it's really not that bad. There's those pillars here coming up, we're quickly destroying them. We're now having 4 balls of firepower again, and we have the little disc ball helper thing to help us out. So yeah, with these upgrades the stage is much easier suddenly. I suppose you could use a bomb to defeat those things on the ground that fire the skulls up in the air more easily. That's especially useful if they're attacking you from behind. You can just use a bomb to kill them behind you, which would normally not really be possible. That's awesome. I mean, this game has alternative solutions. You can just use bombs in different at difficult parts. Okay, so we should be having an overhead section now. I don't at all remember the overhead section of Possessor. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I really don't remember this. Okay, there were some skulls coming. I actually do remember that now. Ah, okay, so it's this part. Yes, I see. We're fully powered up. We got 2 of those disc things in section 1, and now we can use both of them in the overhead section. In the normal side-scrolling parts you only have 1 disc helper, 1 of those silver discs at a time. But yeah, in the overhead sections you can have 2 of those discs at once, 1 to your left and 1 to your right. Okay, we're already fully powered up with the fire powers. That's why this letter F made a different sound effect. There's those white ghost things coming down and rolling eyeballs rolling to the left and right. Touching the walls would kill us, so we need to be careful. Also need to be careful for the rolling eyeball guys. Going to the left would give you another extra silver disc helping thingy. But we already have 2, so again, it makes the happy sound effect and we get a lot of bonus points. There's a lot of eyeballs, they drop even more F power-ups, which is firepower power-ups. Then we destroy those cannons which move along those railings here. This is really easy so far. But yeah, that's just how the game is if you're fully powered up. It's one hell of a lot easier all of a sudden. Flying inside this area here with the red floor. Then we're flying to the outside again with the blue area. I think you have to be... yeah. The wall is closed down there, so you have to be fast. That's the end of the section already. We're back to the third section. We have the typical stage theme playing right now. This is the more famous of the 2 stage themes, but I really like the other stage theme a lot more. That F that's positioned on the pillar there, I think you have to pick it up fast or else it will disappear. And we have in fact picked it up fast. These enemies are usually fairly strong, I think, but since we're fully powered up, we defeated them easily. We're also defeating those white things here very easily. And we just defeated the boss just by standing still and holding down the A button. That's how the bosses work in this game if you're fully powered up. And so we have returned another piece of the device machine thingy. Don't remember what it's called. So we are fully powered up right now. We have 2 of those silver disc help thingy things, and we have full amount of firepower. That is 5 balls in the lower right corner of our inventory. And with that being said, let's just go ahead and try Mephisto. Let's see how we can deal with those ghosts now. I've demonstrated them in part 1. And yeah. Now we are suddenly annihilating them. As I've already said, you are basically almost invincible when you're fully powered up. Honestly, at this point, the only way to die is to make a genuine mistake. Because when you're fully powered up, you are really strong. The only way to die now is to genuinely fuck up. There are no unfair things left, really. Or at least not many. Those bats are always slightly annoying. We have a choice to take the upper or the lower path. I always choose the lower path, just out of habit. Need to be careful though to quickly defeat enemies. Need to maneuver between the walls. There would have been another disc helping thing. Again, we will take the lower path through here. If we... there's finally another bomb. If ever we are in a precarious situation, then we will just, use the bomb. You have to be a bit careful here. The enemies are coming quite quickly in this lower path, but yeah. Yeah, we will stay a bit further to the left here, so that those enemies don't ambush us. One thing I haven't demonstrated at all is that in the side-scrolling stage, you can adjust the position of your disc helper thingies. But I will not demonstrate this right now because the stage is so difficult. If I were to demonstrate this right now, then that would spell certain defeat. Okay, let's be very careful here. Go a bit more to the left. Just destroy the gargoyles and the ghosts. There's another letter F. Need to be careful. There we go. Yes, those blue things can move very fast. Whoa, that was a bit dangerous. I think this is the mid-boss. Yes. And again, doesn't matter if it's a boss or a mini-boss. Once you're fully powered up, you just stand in the middle and hold down the A button. Or mash it in case you're not using a turbo controller. And so section 1 is complete. Now we have section 2 to go, which is an overhead view. This has the typical stage theme again. This was one of the instances where the first section had the better theme. And in particular where the side-scrolling part had the better theme. Whoa, those eyeballs are moving around very fast and weirdly. That's always scary. Don't want to die. Can easily take care of the skulls. Those hands are horrible. They have no pattern. It's completely random when they will fire their shots. Whoa! And as such, you can just randomly pass by and then they kill you because they fire and you can't react quickly enough. We were lucky here that they didn't kill us, but yeah, you can die there easily. Another disc helper thing. But yes, we are already fully powered up. Okay, now we need to go to the left. If we're unlucky, then those hands will fire just as we move past them. And then they would kill us. Because of that, this part is always difficult. We were very lucky. We did not die. Okay, now the blue things is a touchable wall. I barely realized that, because my shots were getting blocked by the wall. If your shots are being blocked by the wall, then that means that this is a solid wall and touching it would kill you. We completed the section, that's awesome. This is a very difficult, has been a very difficult section. We're in section 3. If you die in section 3, then it's very difficult to recover, because those enemies here take one hell of a lot of hits to kill. And look at that. These silver things fire those red shots. And yeah, those red shots there. That's a lot of bullets. And we've already defeated the thing, which was Mephisto's head. I think we had to shoot the mouth, but he died so quickly that I almost didn't have time to look. So this part went exceptionally well, honestly. Wow. Yeah, I couldn't even demonstrate adjusting your silver disc things in the side-scrolling stages. In the next part we will do Firelord, because Firelord is the only stage left that is difficult. It is the final remaining difficult stage, basically. But I will do that in the next part. So yeah, see you guys.